Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Comedy Pete himself, Pete Burdett. Hey, how we doing, folks? How we doing? Oh, what a crowd. Please, I don't need all that applause, folks. Please, have a seat, folks. Please, be seated. I mean, come on, really? A standing ovation at this crazy time? I mean, I'll take it, of course, but you're too kind. Nice crowd. It's good to be, guys. I'm in a great mood. I'm excited to be here, folks. In case you're wondering why I'm dressed, I'm in a Jimmy Buffett tribute band, and I've been practicing the songs. I changed the words. This is how it goes now. Wasting away in Quarantinaville, searching for my lost sugar soul. Thank you. I worked on that one a long time. In case you're wondering, why is this guy wearing a Hawaiian shirt if he's, trapped inside? Okay, first of all, I don't like your tone, okay? Second, I'll wear whatever I want. Thank you. Guys, I'm going to tell a few jokes, and then we have a very special guest tonight. Really excited about. But guys, I'm very happy right now. I met somebody. Well, it was before this happened. A very nice lady. Apparently, she has to walk a lot because everybody, they keep telling me she's been around the block a few times. I don't know. What does that mean, guys? I'm a little slow. Okay. What else, guys? I'm getting a little older. I mean, I'm not like old, but I'm not a kid anymore either. I mean, I do a lot of shows with these young comics. I mean, they're in their early 20s. Obviously, I'm a lot older. I'm in my late 20s. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I remember when I hit middle age, I was trying to rationalize, I got a little gas in a tank. Yeah, guys, at this point, I just have gas. It's bad. Okay, these are the jokes, folks. Stick with me here, guys. This is as good as your entertainment gets, for the next, several months. Who knows? Like I said, I'm getting a little older. I mean, I don't want to say my sex drive is getting low, but when I watch porn, I got to watch it at half speed now. Half speed. Okay, great. Tough crowd here. Listen, I got a couple new jokes. We'll run through this, and then we got a great guest tonight, adult film star Alana Luv. We got a star, folks. We got a star, and I'm very excited about this. Very lucky to get her tonight. Okay. You ever notice when you're in quarantine and you're shaving and you got the razor right to your throat? It's just a little too tempting. But hey, it's good to be here. You guys are a great crowd. You guys, hey, where are you folks from? Okay, great. Moving right along. Okay. Today, usually I like to take a little walk, listen to the sound of the birds. Today I just listened to the sound of food as it was going down my throat. I did ask out a lady on a date, while we're in, sort of lockdown here. She said, sure, when things clear up, we'll go on a date. Well, she knows damn well we're all going to die. So that she's being an apocalyptic CT. That stands for cocktease. Oh, Comedy Pete said a bad word. Uh-oh, look out. I like to watch, it's going to sound weird, but I like to watch vintage porn, 70s porn, with the long Farrah Fawcett hairdos and stuff. And I don't know. I was thinking about it. Today's grandmothers, that's when they were young in the 70s. So am I watching early, like the prequel to granny porn? I don't know. Hey, listen, I'm trying to come up with stuff here, folks. Comics, we comment on the world. observational, and the world shut down. I'm gonna, I don't want to be too morbid, but I wrote out my will and testament today. I mean, I got some savings and a few possessions. I buried them. It's not for any of you. We're all dying. This is for the caveman who's gonna find it 5 million years from now. It would have been better if I could have said it without stuttering. Okay. I think I'm going to conclude the jokes, folks. Let's see who's on line here. Yeah, Henny Youngman Jr. Thank you very much. Thank you. Coming up any second. Let me make sure I have my sound up here. We're waiting for Alana Luv.
Hi.
Alana.
How are you?
Good. Wow. Look at you.
I know.
I'm
this is me.
No, I mean, I'm in a good way. I mean, I'm like, I can't believe I got like the famous Alana Luv on my little Instagram.
I'm honored to be on your live.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. For people just tuning in, do you want me to intro you? You want to speak for yourself?
No, you could.
Okay.
You could start the introduction.
Oh yeah, Alana Luv, a very popular adult film star. She's got a great career. You can look her up. She'll give her plugs.
Absolutely.
Her Instagram handle, all that stuff. But I'm a little new to the interviewing, so half the charm of it is that I'm just figuring it out. So
that's okay.
So
I could be your muse. That's okay.
Okay, yeah, well, we're just chatting. We're trying to bring you
exactly. So how are you feeling with the whole quarantine?
Well, I'm not. I mean, good. I got food stocked up, and the infamous toilet paper. And,
you're one of those that stocks up on toilet paper?
No. Listen. Hold on. I'm a very ethical person. I don't like hoard. Like if there's 7 things left on the shelf, I don't take all 7. No. I didn't hoard. I just meant that I'm not running out of toilet paper.
Right.
That's what I meant.
I still don't understand why people buy 17,000 toilet. Like, it's coronavirus. It's not the real virus.
Yeah, right. People think that they're going to be trapped
forever,
trapped in the home for they don't know how long. I think that's so they're just like in panic mode, D-Day, doomsday mode, survival here. We got Trixie.
Hi, Trixie.
Yeah, she says hi to Pete and Alana. That's Tracy Carnazzo, a great comic. We got Rick. I know you. Do you know Rick Dwoskin? Do you know Rick?
No,
I know
he's
cool with Josie, so I know.
Any friend of Josie's is a friend of mine because that's my wifey. So.
Yeah, I love Josie.
I love her.
I wanted to have her on tonight too. The way, I mean, this, but I'm just saying to other people. Instagram Live, you can only have like 2 people on at a time. I would have loved to have you and Josie together.
Maybe we can make that happen after this whole quarantine is over. We could actually make that happen.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay. Sweat here. Wow. Yeah, this is not a bad way to spend quarantine here.
I don't think so either. I mean, honestly, like, the whole staying at home thing and stuff, like, I hope that ends soon. I'll be honest with you. Like, the whole comedy club shutting down and restaurants and everything. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little over dramatic.
The city is ghost town. Ghost town. Yeah. I've never seen this city like this. It's actually scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember before the comedy club shut down, taking a subway home at night. I was like, I was getting flashbacks to when I was a kid, in the 70s. You grew up in New York?
I grew up in Brooklyn, but I was in the 80s.
Yeah, I know, 70s before your time. I know that.
A little bit.
But being on the subway by empty platform, it was like a little scary throwback to the old days.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's like a weird, surreal kind of ghost town. It's yeah.
But from what I hear, Trump wants to open everything back up by Easter.
Well, that's what he's saying. I mean, I don't want to get like too political or anything, but
Exactly.
no, but his thing is that he wants to say that, oh, it's open for business, get the economy going again. But his White House is in a funny place where, like, not funny, but in a bad place where, like, damned if they do, damned if they don't. If they
Right.
open
Of
it up
course.
and people continue to die, he'll be practically like blamed for like causing like a mass genocide or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But at the
But
same time, like, listen, I
if he does,
understand it's a serious epidemic. I understand that, and people are dying and everything. But the businesses can't be shut down either. Because what are we
yes,
going to do, like, for bills and rent and everything? We got to survive, too.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I hear back and forth about the stimulus package, us getting a check
Right. I
from the
heard that,
government.
too. I'm waiting for it. I don't see it coming.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, I don't know. It's back and forth, and like I was saying about Trump, if he keeps the economy shut down, it's gonna wreck the economy,
Right.
and his reelection was very much pinned on
The
a great
economy.
economy. Yeah, so that's out the window. So yeah, this is I mean, like I said, the important thing right now is people. But that's starting to turn into like a weird debate now too. This whole notion
I
of
can't
like,
even watch the news anymore. Like, I just can't.
yeah,
It's so depressing to me that I'm just like, I can't even watch it. So I'm catching up on Law and Order SVU and Chicago
yeah,
PD. So I don't even know if that's more depressing either. But I'm like, I can't watch the news.
same here. I mean, I have to watch it because it's like every day is like
Something
things
new. Yeah,
change.
of course.
It's like, oh, today is maybe there's an 8 p.m. curfew. What I mean.
Right.
You gotta like, no, not that I walk out and I get a
Well, I'm in
summons or
Jersey
something.
and there's an 8 p.m. curfew.
Yeah, okay. That's I did know that was somewhere close by. I forgot it was
So it's
Jersey.
like
Yeah,
ghost town right now for me.
yeah. Wow.
Where I'm just
I
like, oh
don't know.
my God, if I have to stay home for like another week, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do.
Yeah, I mean,
I
listen,
actually
I
miss
get it.
working.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
I
going to
mean,
lie.
I'm just curious, like, when things kind of go back to. I mean, do you think your industry will be like hit hard with this? Like
I mean, I don't think.
concerns over like who's got the
Listen, sex sells and sex is the oldest profession and stuff. But with the whole social distancing, I'm not sure and I'm scared of how it might go. So I just have to
yeah,
wait and see how it will go.
yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the only way. I mean, I hope, I mean, like you said,
What about for
uh,
you? But then, what about the comedy clubs and all that? What do you think?
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, some people saying that if this lasts like 60 days or 90 days, that that a lot of clubs, they don't get relief from the government, that
Right.
that they could, crushed by this, not reopen. So it'll just be like the big corporate clubs, so to speak, which I don't really have my foot in that. I know it's a shock, I know. But
No, it is a shock, actually, because I think you're fantastic.
wow, thank you, Alana. Appreciate that.
I
Just by the
appreciate
way,
you.
Alana and I met. We did
Let's get loud.
Let's Get Loud.
With Larry and
Her
Josie.
wifey, BFF, Josie,
Yes.
host the show. The great Larry Bayer, giving you guys a little plug. Let's Get
Exactly.
Loud, LETZ.
Yes,
And
let's get loud. And Larry's always loud, but he's awesome.
right,
And
yeah.
Josie is my wifey, so
Yeah, I love Josie. Love her.
I love her to death.
We met. I think we did it twice, right?
We did it twice.
Did
Twice.
I think so.
Well, yeah, the show. The show. I don't know.
The show, folks. Let's keep it clean. That's a family. It's a family show. But let's bring on Alana Luv.
Exactly. I mean,
yeah.
I think I'm there. Well, I think I'm there for Josie and Larry. So, and also.
Yeah, you were sort of like semi-permanent guest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So every Tuesday, but we met, and we became friends ever since. Me and you.
Yeah, we follow each other on Instagram. like I said, I was eager to get you as a guest.
And I was eager to be on.
Thank you. I researched your work, and boy, did I research it.
Purposes,
I do a dumb joke.
For research purposes only. I know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just
exactly. Larry uses that all the time, and I'm like, oh, for research purposes, huh? I'm like, what'd you think?
Well, there you go. I'm a hack. I can't even think of a religious but I got the point across. I did get the point across. Do you want to tell the folks? I know right now I have my followers.
I have some of my followers too, actually.
That's what I'm saying. My followers are dropping the bucket compared to you. I mean, you have a massive following. But for my, compared to me, you do. I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm blushing. You can't see, but I'm blushing.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, zoom in. Very nice. Very nice. But do you want to tell my followers a little something about yourself?
Sure. So, as Pete told you, my name's Alana Luv. I'm an adult star. I'm also starting podcast with Josie called Josie and Alana, so everyone tune in for that. I also have another podcast that I'm starting. It's called Confessions of a Star. It's all about my experiences at the Bunny Ranch and in the adult industry, how I got into it. So it's all about, like, it's going to be about chapters, and it tune in. And there's another podcast. It's going to be called Pillow Talk. It's all about sex, dating, and relationships. So tune in for that. My website is www.thealanaluv.com. Subscribe to it. Get all my daily updates. Get all my appearances there. Everything you want, it's there.
Very cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, actually, you mentioned the Bunny Ranch. I actually did research you. You know, I was a little.
Did you like what you found?
Yes, very much so, very much so. But yeah, it was a little obsession, a little crush obsession there. But yeah, dear. But I did. But I did read about the Bunny Ranch. I won't give it away because I know you want people to buy the content. But I found that a very interesting story that you kind of just sort of gravitated towards that, and then it was a no-brainer to go into this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I started at the Bunny Ranch. I was there for 3 years, and then I figured, what's the point of me? What's the difference between what I do off camera and on camera? So that's how I got into porn.
I remember that quote. Yeah.
And
I have a question here. Oh, sorry.
No, I have
a question here from Mary Casella. She's a young comic here in the city. It's a good question. She asked, did you ever meet Hugh Hefner?
Unfortunately not, but because I was never in the Playboy Mansion or anything, even though I would have loved to be, but I wasn't. But I worked with Dennis Hoff, and who unfortunately passed away, but I was very close with him and stuff, but he was a great person. I would have loved to meet Hugh Hefner, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's beyond a legend.
I think I would have been great as a Playboy bunny, but
I think so too. I mean, that's.
I have the blonde hair.
I mean, we don't want to cry over spilled milk, but that's definitely like, it seems like that should have been, like, you should have been
my calling. I feel it should have been my calling, but everything happens for a reason.
Yes, absolutely. Anybody else have a question for? Is it all right if I open up a question? Okay, guys, throw out a question, and guys, please, keep it dirty. No, okay, keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Keep it clean, dirty. It's a no judgment zone.
It's a no judgment zone, folks. So Mary says your alternative look is very hot nowadays.
Thank you.
I believe this. Yeah, she said you got sick roots.
I know. Thank you. It's purple, and I got some brown in my hair. And if only like the hair salon wasn't closed, I would,
Yeah, that's a crazy thing. Like, God forbid this goes on for 6 months. I mean,
I would die. I would die.
Like Tom Hanks passed away.
I would tell my hairstylist to come to my house. I don't care. Like, I would die.
Yeah, because I know I'm not getting Alana Luv when her hair is like.
You're definitely not. No.
Yeah. So right I know that. Yeah. So I'll get her while the hair's still intact. Well, it's still looking great.
Give it about another week. I'm trying to get my hairstylist to come here because I'm dying right now.
So you'll take your chance.
I'll take that chance. You know what? He'll wear a mask and gloves and everything.
That's it. Oh, man. Oh, my friend Dre. Hold on. I hope I don't disconnect. He says, I'm not familiar with your work. Jesus, I can't hold on to this. I'm not familiar with the work. However, I did watch a few episodes of The Bunny Ranch.
I was not on it because that was before my time. I was not on the Cat House.
But we do have a question from my buddy Winston. That's his handle.
Okay.
You know,
Do you get recognized by fans in public often? I do get recognized, and not often. I'm not gonna lie, not often. But and then I get emails like, "Oh my God, were you here or were you there?" I'm like, "That was me." They're like, "Oh my God, it was you. I should have said hi." I'm like, but you didn't.
I do that to people too. Like if I see, I'm not even talking about a celebrity like yourself, but like if I see like some, like I'm afraid to go up to, because like, you know, I'm like, if it's not them, I got somebody looking at me like I'm a weirdo, and then I'll message them later. You know, hey, was that you on the corner of 34th? You know, whatever.
Right.
But back in the day, we didn't have that. You know, so you couldn't do that. Well, I guess you could have texted.
Well, I mean, now you can. Now you could just send a DM and be like, "Hey, was that you?"
Yeah. All right, why is everyone being shy? Come on, give me some questions for Alana. Help me out here, guys. I'm still sharpening my interviewing tools. You know, I'm
Peter, you sitting against the outside of a house? Hi, Mark.
You know that's Mark, right? That's Mark Lawrence, who does Donald Trump. He does Outstanding Trump. No, this is a basement here. This is like fake break. I'm trying to go for that comedy club sort of. Yeah.
Favorite color to wear? My favorite colors are pink and black. Obviously, this is what I'm wearing now, so pink and black.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. I mean, during the quarantine, I feel like my contacts should not be on right now. So, you're stuck with me with glasses.
Listen, I got Alana Luv. So I ain't complaining. Believe me, I'm very grateful.
Thank you. I'm grateful for you.
Well, thank you. Mary says, I love pink and black too.
I think after this whole quarantine, we should all grab drinks.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I love it. You know, now we got something to look forward to.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's, yeah.
This is a unique show. You guys should do a show together. Are you going to join in? Mark? Are you going to join in? Mark. Or to Mark. One,
Rob Meyer, Comedy Pete's breaking a sweat. Yeah, wow.
Is it hot in there where you are?
Is that hot in here, or is it a little low?
You ask the questions? No problem.
Whoa. This is, Mary says, let's double team Pete. I mean, you know, I'm a little shy, but...
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh, my God. All my friends watching this right now are, like, in shock, like, Pete?
Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm ready.
Well, you know, we're all going to be pent up, you know, after this quarantine.
You know, now you have something to look forward to.
Right. Wow, I really am starting to sweat. Nervous laughter. Oh, my goodness. We got Freddie G on.
You got everyone on now.
Yeah, well, you know, you know, announce someone of your status, and you tend to get the crowd. Just by the way, I'm going to be a little self-promoting now because I have a lot of your fans watching. You forgive me for being genius here. But you know, the more followers you get on Instagram, the more you get booked. And I gotta hit 10. Alana's fans, if you're watching this, I know you're loving it because we all love Alana. Follow me at if you're enjoying this, the Comedy Pete, THE the Comedy Pete.
He's awesome. Follow him.
Look at that. I got the thumbs up from Alana. So, you know, do as your queen tells you.
Yes, Prince.
Mark says we're going to be stuck for 3 months. Is every strip club and comedy club going to be out of business? Yeah, Alana was just talking about that.
Donald Trump, you should know this. You should know this.
Yeah, right? He's the one illegal.
Why are you asking us? You should know this already. So please answer.
Right.
I'm waiting for the answer.
I love all these guys coming out of the woodwork. Didn't watch any of my other shows. But when I have an adult star on, like, oh, I gotta watch Pete's show.
Oh, we gotta watch Pete like break a sweat.
Yeah, break a sweat.
I'll do my best to keep the strip clubs open, okay? What about the comedy clubs? No, forget the comedy clubs, just the strip clubs. Oh, we could have comics in a strip club while the entertainers are dancing.
Yeah, well, I've done. That's a great idea, but I have a feeling that, like, if someone like yourself is up there and I come up with my hacky bullshit, they're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this? Get this fucking guy on the stage." I don't know. I mean, we can try it, but
I mean, you know what? It doesn't hurt to try.
True. Well, I mean, you have good contacts, so if you can put in a good word.
Sure, I see you have good contacts too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I could get a few comics to do it.
Exactly,
it's
like
hard to
Mark.
With a boner. Wow.
Like
that's
Mark.
That's Mark. Yes. Kate.
Oh,
we got
Christian.
Wow. You know Christian, right?
Yes,
Pascal?
I love him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. We his father, was one of the owners of our corporation. I worked for several of their restaurants, and
I love
me and Chris,
fish.
and a whole bunch of us. Oh, yeah, okay, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so Art. We always used to hang out, before everybody went their separate ways and got married and had kids, except for me. We used to sing karaoke.
Oh, really? Oh, so we
all
need to go sing karaoke.
2000s.
Right, Christian?
Well, Christian, you here?
Christian.
He says,
testing.
He does say, love you guys. Love you guys,
love you more. I haven't seen him in a minute. After this whole quarantine, I promise you we're going to see each other.
Very cool. Very cool.
Oh, see, Mark said he'll perform at a strip club. Yes!
It's a strip club. Yeah, so let's do it. I'm in.
Go to Hunt and Fish.
I love it.
See?
That's a plan. Yeah. Karaoke, Dre says that Dre, Dre, he's best friends with Christian.
After this whole quarantine, we have a whole lot of plans. So you have to look forward to a lot of things.
Yes. I believe the first thing you mentioned, you alluded to a threesome with Josie. And then karaoke. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or is that wishful thinking? I don't know.
We'll see how it goes.
Right. I'm joking. I guess I misread that. No. And then karaoke.
They'll definitely throw singles at you, Mark.
Right. Hawaiian G-strings. Yes, I will.
Oh, you're going to wear the Hawaiian G-string?
Yeah, nobody wants to see that, but I'll do it. Oh, my God. Dre, that used to be one of his signature songs. Fly me to the moon.
Ooh.
Do you have a signature karaoke song, Alana?
No, I promise you, people do not want to hear me singing. I still want people to love me, so no. Right. Do not want to hear me singing.
Mark says, "Don't joke, Pete. Follow your dreams." So he says, "Don't throw something out there and then get shy and
I mean,
real
follow
back.
your dreams.
Follow your dreams. Right. Well, like I said, we'll keep it clean for the show here.
We'll keep it PG-13, not rated R.
Okay, yeah, that's a nice middle ground. So you, Josie, I guess you're in touch every day, right?
Every day. That's my girl. I love her. So.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's a crazy time. Yeah. I mean, she's good. She's at home and stuff. It's just it's a crazy time. Unfortunately, we used to see each other a lot, and now with this whole quarantine, like, we FaceTime. Yeah. And do FaceTime shots together.
That's why that's FaceTime. That's why I'm doing this IG Live.
Right. I mean, listen, because if you don't, you're gonna be insane.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, if I didn't have this little show to do at night, I'd have no reason to shower. I mean, I shower, I get dressed up.
No, I still shower. I still shower. Let's not get crazy.
No, I know you do. But I feel like we bring comfort to each other. I mean, you're one of the guests I've had on, who's got a still good effervescence about her. I mean, it was troubling the first few days. I had some friends and some fellow comedians on, and you can see they're so traumatized beyond like what they can process. You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, it is a stressful time, but at the end of the day, like, you have to think positive. You really have to think positive, because if you don't, you're like, we're all stuck at home, pretty much. We're all stuck at home. So if we're just, obviously we're all going to be in our thoughts and stuff like that and overthink. But at the end of the day, if you think positive, hopefully this ends soon. And if you stay in your house and wash your hands and everything like that, then hopefully this ends sooner than you think.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the way to do it. And you know, maybe it's wishful thinking, but I do feel. I mean, yes, it's you know the number of sicknesses and deaths are gonna the number's gonna keep getting bigger before it goes down. That's gonna happen.
Of course, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. But I feel like it'll get better soon, and we'll be back to. It might be a slow climb back to normality.
We have to go back to normality because of the fact that, like, this is just crazy right now. We have never experienced anything like this since the stock market crash, pretty much.
Yeah.
And for us to all be in the house after 8 p.m. and for the city that never sleeps to be a ghost town, that's the scariest thing to me. Yeah,
that's unreal. I have somebody I know who ventured into the city and took pictures. I mean, it looks eerie as hell.
Yes, I saw
the only
pictures.
way I can describe this is of McDougal Street. It was Lynette Palladino, who I want to get on one of these nights. Yeah, and she posted pictures. She did chalk drawing. She did one of me with a little chalk.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
Oh, you did see? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I posted on Instagram too.
Well, I see you. I see what you post.
No, I know. I get some of your. I definitely follow your stuff. You're keeping me, keeping me sane and during this.
I aim to entertain.
Your pictures bring comfort.
Thank you. See that? Yeah. See, now I'm happy.
Right there. See, isn't this a beautiful thing, folks?
Exactly.
But I just wanted to finish my thought here. The pictures of McDougal Street. The only way I can describe it, it looked like as if like the world ended. And like this is how it looks like a year later. Before I know that's a little crazy to.
No,
I don't want to scare people.
You. It's scary. Yeah. And Times Square, the place I've always avoided because I hated it because it was all like too people-y. Now it's like you can walk tourists. Like there's no traffic, there's nothing.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Let me see if we have any cute comments here. I got all right. Any more questions? Do you want another couple of questions? How about do we have you for a couple more minutes?
You have me for a couple of more minutes, yeah.
Okay. So
any more questions before I say goodbye?
Yeah, Alana's going to be leaving soon, so if you want to ask her something, now's the time. Ask now, or forever hold your peace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Two people.
We're very lucky. And the people cross the street when I see too people-y.
It's too Times Square is too people-y. Like
no, I agree. Which adult? My friend Dre. That's Christian's buddy.
Which adult stars were you inspired by? Jenna Jameson, obviously before she, when she was popular, and Pamela Anderson and stuff like that, and I've always wanted to, accomplish all my dreams and they weren't just adult stars. They became more than that. So that's what inspired me. Yeah. So that's what inspired me.
Okay. I just thought of something. I want to ask you something, or maybe I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries.
You probably are.
No. It's nothing like that. I was watching the podcast Let's Get Loud. I wasn't on it. I forget. She's famous. She was like big like when I was younger. She's my age. What was her name again? Like when Gino Bisconti.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Shit, I forgot her name.
Right? I mean, she's an iconic, adult film star.
I know exactly who you're talking about. I forgot her name though.
Okay, if one of us thinks of it in a second, but. I thought it was interesting, and I was thinking about it before Gino commented on it on the air. you and her got into a little bit of a tense moment.
Oh, Jasmine St. Clair. Wow, Mark is good.
Jasmine St. Clair, yes. Mark said. I thought it was interesting because, she clearly, like she was talking as if like, the accomplishment of her life is that she moved on from like the low of having been in porn. That's how and you took offense to that because you're very proud of what you do. And
in life, you should never have regrets of anything that you do. And for me, it's like you started as an adult star. So why are you knocking the adult industry when it opens up doors for you? Yeah. And why are you looking down on it when at the end of the day, that's what made you your name?
Yeah. No, I agree. But that was the gist of the conversation was that, she's my age. So, she came of, I guess, in the 80s, early 90s was like her heyday, right?
Right.
And, there was a different perception about that at that time. So, like, it made me a little depressed, not thinking about the porn industry, but like, wow, like, I'm watching this right now, and the lady who's my age is like the older lady who's, has a little bit different, out of touch attitude towards today's more liberated
right. But at the same
things.
time, like, why are you judging anybody? Once let me know when you're perfect, and then you could judge people. When at the end of the day, that's exactly how you started, though.
Yeah, but, I don't want to comment on her because I want to get on the show. Maybe.
Listen, I have my opinion and everything like that, but at the end of the day, for me, it's like, don't judge anybody. When a long time ago, that's what opens up the doors for you.
Yeah, no, I'm right with you on that. I agree. She was Mark, you were there, right?
Yeah, Mark was there.
Yeah. So I guess Mark's trying to be cute here.
Aw, Mark is cute.
Yeah. All right, guys. I know Alana. We were lucky to have her as long as we had her.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my God, thank you. I mean, like I said, I couldn't believe you agreed. I know we talked about this already.
Why would I not agree? You're a comedy Pete.
Wow, you hear that, folks? And again, follow me, Comedy Pete.
Follow him. He's awesome. He's awesome.
Do you have any? Thank you. That does mean a lot.
Follow me on Instagram at _Alana Luv LUV_, and subscribe to my website www.thealanalove.com.
Great, Alana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to see you in person again.
Yes, me too. We have a lot of plans.
Yes, absolutely. Love you. All right, I'm going to close you out now. Thank you, Alana. All right, folks. That was the great Alana Luv. I was very excited to have her on tonight. She's really cool. She's really, really nice. We follow each other on Instagram and, have a mutual admiration society. She's super nice, super cool. Now you say it, Rick, after she closes out. Rick says, do a scene with Comedy. Yeah, that would be a comedy, all right. That would be a comedy. Thanks again, Alana Luv. Okay, Dre says, Dre Eisen, that's my buddy, Dre Boogie. So let's all get up soon. Talking about karaoke and partying and all that. I'm sure that G-string beats. Yeah, I'm sure you were excited, and boy, was I excited. Yes, I'm doing my Groucho Marx because that's how I stay hip with the kids. The modern reference in the crotchal. I've never heard it put it like that. The crotchal area, very, very interesting. Let me check the time because Facebook, they give you this crazy like countdown. They give you like a 45 minutes. And I said Facebook, Instagram. They give you like 45 minutes on the live, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like, you have 20 seconds left. It's like, 10 seconds. And, meanwhile, I'm talking to a guest. Okay, so I have a few minutes left. Anybody want to come on? Let me check the invites. If anybody wants to talk, we had our great featured guest tonight, Alana. She's awesome. We got John Ritchie, Rick, we spoke to yesterday, Gabe Staiano. Great kid. I don't know. I'm afraid to request somebody. I feel like I'm putting you on the spot because let's face it, most people are laying around. They're not dressed. They haven't showered in days. Well, I don't know. I'll take a chance. If I'll request somebody. and if you hit decline, that's fine. I talked to Gabe the other day. He wants to get on, so let me try him. He's a young comic. I have the pleasure of being. Several
Hey.
times.
What's going on? Oh, and I gotta lower my speakers. I was about to play some Fortnite. What's going on, Comedy Pete?
I'm happy to see a smiling face. I mean, believe me,
Yeah.
this brings me comfort, and I was very privileged to have a star guest tonight, the great Alana Luv.
How'd you pull that off?
Well, interesting choice of words, but folks, I know I'm just gonna do bad puns. Yeah, I like when I was doing this with Josie. Not Josie, Alana. It's like sometimes it went over, and sometimes I came across like a creep. But hey, what are you gonna do? I'm in a basement. Of course, I'm a creep.
You're DMing her?
No, I met Alana, through doing a podcast, which I got invited on because of the little buzz I initially had with the New York Times article. That's one thing led to another.
What did you say it was? A little bit what? What did you say? Like, how did you meet her again? I couldn't hear that part.
We met on a podcast that I got invited on to. Let's Get Loud podcast. I was invited on because of the exposure I got a couple of months ago with the New York Times article. So I was like a featured guest. That was my first time on a podcast, and boom, right to the panel. I was like, wow, I'm sitting with a soap opera star, and the creator of Gaslight Digital. So I was like, wow, I'm sitting next to real people here. Rick Dawson.
You're on your way, dude. 2020 is your year. It's not anybody else's year, but yours. That's for sure. As far as
that would be to have a year and then have the plug pulled on it with World Catastrophe. Not to make it about me, but I was having a little moment there. I was on it in Comedy Madness, and I was doing well too. I mean, I do as the old school corny stuff. But if you do it with the right fun up delivery, which I'm not able to do all the time. I am older, so sometimes you're just a little, on a certain day you're maybe a little cranky or you're a little tired. I mean, if I was a star, I would probably be able to do drugs or take a shot of B12. I don't have that. All I can do is drink a Red Bull. But when I'm in a great mood and I'm not tired. My stuff, boom, it just really hits, and that's what was happening in Carolina. But of course, it was too good to be true, and now here but I'm lucky to have you on. Here, talk about yourself a little. What are you doing to keep your sanity in these trying times?
Well, I'm proud to say that my job is essential, and it's I work at a wine shop, and bizarrely enough, wine shops, liquor stores are considered an essential business in New York State, and it's still a mystery as to why. I mean, we all have our assumptions.
I did see that, in the news, and I mean, let's face it, everybody wants a freak. I mean, you're one of the few people on this live who's not drinking while I'm talking. Yeah. Everybody's drinking. That you can tell they've been drinking all day. It's too good a business. So I mean,
right.
It's a little bit of an ugly thing, I guess. But the important you stay safe, stay healthy. You're wearing rubber gloves and mask and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
everyone's got OCD now, so got to stay on top of washing hands, taking a shower when you get home and stuff. This, basic hygiene. I mean, it's just basic hygiene stuff people are just more conscious of now, it seems. But the city, you live in the city. I live in Saugerties, New York.
No, I'm in Queens.
What? Yeah, Queens. Yeah, I mean, you got to worry about. There's so many more germs, and stuff. How are you holding up with all this?
I mean, I was joking around with someone the other day. I said, I've been preparing for this all my life. Just like living under a rock. In Queens. But no. I mean, I seem to have found like a calm place. Like the other, I mean, the other day, I would go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden it hit me like what's happening? Like, my God, like we're on the brink of possible like economic and societal collapse. Thousands, if not millions of people could die. The whole fucking society collapse. I mean, it doesn't feel now like that's gonna happen. I mean, unfortunately, it pains me to say it, but the sickness toll, the death toll is going to keep going up for a little while. It is what it is. Yeah. But I don't feel like the bottom is falling out of life or falling out of society. I feel like there's going to be a strong attempt to get things back to normal. I mean, Trump is talking about America being open for business again in 3 weeks. Just in time for for Easter. Make it sort of coincide with the resurrection.
Right.
But
yeah, it's a funny way to put it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would hope one would hope that people don't resort to robberies and violence.
Looting.
Yeah.
Fighting, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's if things start getting grim and people are running out of money or supplies and food start getting scarce. I'm just saying, worst case scenario. Yeah, you're right. All hell's gonna break loose. I know I'm not really calming you down right now, but yeah, that's yeah.
I mean, all life started out in the wild, so I think we just got a little comfortable with how great we have it in this country, at least. And there's many countries, but I mean, in other parts of the world, this is just everyday life, the chaotic nature of it all. So, I mean,
Americans got a little spoiled or comfortable. I mean, obviously America has its hardships too. But he says, hold on, let me just say, herd immunity. Mary says, have you heard of herd immunity? The rules are too extreme. Do you know about this?
The rules are too extreme.
I'm not sure if I know.
Who's Mary Alice?
Mary Alice.
Is you're talking about?
She's a young comic. I've done a show with here in Grand Schultz Comedy Club. Very funny young lady. She's a cool chick. I'm allowed to still say, yeah.
Survival of the fittest. Yeah, I'm just hoping it doesn't come down to that. I'm hoping people remain civil because at the end of the day, no one's going to win if it's going to become an all-out war, But they passed that stimulus package last night. This morning, quote unquote, at 1:30 in the morning, they passed it through. So
okay, so we're getting next. Okay, well, I mean, listen, that's going to give people a little sense of calm. A little sense of relief. What is it? Two checks for $1,200? Is that correct?
I've heard 1,200, 1,500. The most recent articles state 2,000, and my questions are: is that 2,000 to every non-working American, or everybody? Because I read one NBC article from like a week and a half ago that said even if you were working, you would still get this 2,000, and I would assume to generate the economy, stimulate the economy, get people spending money.
Yeah.
But they passed it through. It's got to go through to the Senate. The House passed it. It's got to go through to the Senate. And Cuomo just has a couple issues with it. They got to work out the kinks. And shout out to Cuomo. I don't want to offend anyone on here. I personally believe he's been doing an amazing job. Holding his composure, delivering facts every single day. He's not arguing with anyone. Not to say anyone else is doing a bad job.
It's like Cuomo mania right now. Women love him. All of a sudden, they see him as like, ooh, like a real man, a leader came in and took charge, and now all of a sudden they're calling him handsome and all this, and he's definitely making a big name for himself right now. Obviously, he's been around forever, but this is. It went from Comedy Pete's year to Andrew Cuomo's year. You stole my thunder.
My bad. I didn't mean to. But I hope you're doing great. You seem to be doing awesome. It just sucks that right now, you're kind of getting affected. Everyone is getting affected by this. Entertainers.
No, I'm affected, but like I said, I'm doing this show as a means of keeping my wits about me, having a sense of purpose. So I'm not saying this to you. I know you're not accusing me, but this isn't a vanity thing. Like, oh, I have to be a star. I gotta keep being Comedy Pete. It's just
Right.
I gotta have to take a shower and say, hey, let me put on my Hawaiian shirt and write some new jokes and have a deadline. Oh shit! It's almost 10 o'clock, and I got Alana Luv coming on. Oh shit! I better eat quick, otherwise I'm going to be low energy for the interview. So if I don't have that like deadline, some sort of deadline, a sense of purpose, like just I'm going to go like 3 days without showering. I don't shave, and just So I'm a little more shaken up and affected by things than I might appear. Believe me that when I tell you. And again, not saying this to you, I'm just saying to everybody, because they're like, wow, this guy, he doesn't seem too affected. He's but I'm definitely we're all in the same boat, So I'm scared of the same thing you're scared of, anarchy in the streets and
especially down there. Yeah, especially down there where there's tons of people. And
Yeah.
I don't know, the scary thing is like, in a civil society, the police have all the power. In a not so civil society, the crazy people have the power. How are you going to control everyone? I mean, they have riot control stuff, but these are all worst case scenarios. And I'm hoping, and I think it will not turn to that. It's teasing that. It's definitely teetering on that because people are getting nervous about their money. They really are.
Yeah, well, they have good cause, good reason. I mean, I don't know, man. It's unbelievable. I mean, this is just, I mean, my father passed away a few years ago. I'm staying my mother here, helping her with groceries and stuff. It's just crazy to me that like I'm like fixing, like my mother, she's a vital on the go person, but she's older, so obviously that like I'm facing like you said, like an anarchy-ridden. I can't say anarchic. That's what I said. Like all hell breaking loose, like apocalypse kind of. It's just unbelievable. It's like I wish my mother. I mean, if the shit really hits the fan, like riots in the street and stuff like. I mean, I don't even know how I deal with that. I'd be thinking about my mother. That, I know we're all in it, but I'm just thinking about my little comfort. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But you have a great support group. Tons of people. So I mean, I guess you would just have to use them as a reason. It's crazy that we're even considering this. Just the other week, you were probably planning out your next comedy gig.
Yeah, I was looking.
Further. Yeah.
Individual gigs. Plus, like I said, I was looking forward to round 3 of Caroline's.
Yeah.
It's a big thing because I could have got past the Carolines, even if I didn't get to the Final Four. If the bookers, or the people there say, "Oh, he's a fun comic," maybe we're gonna book. Or if you get to the Final Four, you're seen by industry, agents, maybe people from like the Tonight Show and stuff like that. So this was, I definitely like, I shocked myself and a few others. I went from like an amusing little McDougal Street anomaly to like a legit contender there for a second.
Right.
But alas, it was not meant to be for the time being. Right now we just gotta
because you're still in it, and did they cancel the contest?
Cancel it. It got postponed, but here the Carolines probably won't be open until at least May, possibly longer, but at least May. I don't know. I don't want to say that's not important because it is important. That's something that was like a big thing for me. But obviously there are other things that are more paramount right now. I'm starting to use a couple big words tonight. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's that?
Oh no, I was just gonna see if anybody had any little funny comments.
Okay.
But Yeah, I'm sorry. Go on. Yeah, sorry, Gabe.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I don't want to hold you up if you want to bring someone else on. I was just gonna say that it's gonna be at least a couple months. China, they resolved it in 3.5 months.
Yeah.
But funny thing with China is that they're a communist country who has quite a grasp on the people.
Yeah.
Over here, we have laws and freedoms and stuff that we have to work around.
Right.
But again, there was no chaos in China, no rioting. But like I said, I think they're very intimidated by their government. So
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, I mean, they did remain. I mean, they still could have rioted, I guess, because people get desperate times, desperate measures, So I think we can look at that as some positivity and just hope that we don't. Yeah,
it's a very different scenario, but I mean, with that kind of population to not have the shit go down, yeah, it's very promising.
Yeah.
As far as someone else on, I think I'm out of time because I think Instagram, the IG Live gives you about 45 minutes or 50 minutes, then all of a sudden it gives you a countdown.
I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Why is it getting on now? Because I've been talking since looking at my watch here, my fancy Casio digital,
Nice.
since 10 o'clock. Yeah,
it's a dad watch.
It's my dad watch. Yeah, that's for my. Yeah, this is a time. I do regret, lament, oh, it's so bad I didn't have kids of my own. But now it's like, holy shit.
I'm glad I don't have
guilty.
I mean,
you're
parents.
young enough. You could be my son. As weird as that is to say, I would feel guilty if I had how old are you? 23, something like that. If I had a 24, I'd be. Yeah, you could definitely be I'm old enough to be your father for sure. If I had a 24-year-old son right now who was shitting his pants, I'm not saying you are, but if he was shitting his pants because he thinks he's going to die at 24, I would feel horrible. Like I brought this person into the world.
Yeah, true. The parents, nurses, doctors, shout out to all of them. They're putting up quite the fight right now. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Especially for the young kids. The younger your child is, the worse. Like you said, but even at my age, I have a grasp of what reality is like, and I can kind of gauge it. When you're a child and things are just supposed to be constantly happy and stuff, you don't understand the bad nature of life, and it can hit you hard, and it's very hard to comprehend if you're 10 years old, even 15 years old or something.
I have a niece and two nephews, and the youngest nephew is 10, and he's crying and confused, hugging his mommy, my sister. So yeah, you're right. You're 24. You're more than old enough to process these things and have be very informed about life and reality. But a 10-year-old, like you said, okay, yeah, I got the countdown. I got 25 seconds left. So let me close out with you. You have anything you want to say? Instagram handle? Anyone to follow you?
Go ahead and follow me. I doubt anyone here likes hip hop and trap music. That's what I make. I used to do comedy, but I do this now because I can't be traveling to the city as much as I was. So you can go ahead and follow me, G Stream Beats. It's just hip hop instrumentals.
5 seconds left.
All right.
Okay, thanks.